Hi there, we're live. Okay.
Hello, hello.
We're live on the floor. Okay. Oh. Which way there? Okay, I don't want to be upside. I was upside down then too. Okay, friends. Locking you into the little thing there. Stay with us. Oh, that's a bright light. Okay, we got two people on. Hello, hello.
Hello,
One of them
hello.
you?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Here we are live. You're set up. Hopefully you missed the floor drop because you were like, would have went black for a minute. So I think we should get started with some good news and some
Yeah.
excitement. It's on this cold day.
And I have some new chocolate kisses.
Oh my goodness, I already had two
Lava
and they are
cake.
great.
Lava
Sorry, those of you that aren't
chocolate
local.
with
Those are
chocolate
good.
Yeah.
cream in the middle.
Oh, those are really good.
Nice.
They're
Nice.
really
So
good.
let's-
They actually
let's-
taste like lava cake, like molten chocolate cake.
They're pretty good.
They're new.
Yeah,
Aren't they so pretty?
they are pretty fun wrap. So let's start us off with some good news. And I do think we're really thinking we're gonna probably switch to Zoom for our meetings.
Yes.
So then
If I
people,
stand right there, that help with that light?
yeah, then they can have some interaction. I think that I'm gonna get the service so they can be
Nice.
extended and then people can be on and, you guys can help me, us with, like, if there's something, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I don't know how that all works, so. Okay, all right,
Okay.
good news for
Who's
chocolate.
celebrating?
I am. I'm on target for the cruise.
Woohoo!
Yay! On target for the cruise, okay.
Way to go, Teresa! I can't see the screen now, so.
A
Who
little
else?
lower.
Little lower?
No, tilt it a little
Oh.
lower. There you go, just like that.
Okay, there's Wanda, Therese, Jackie, Teresa.
Drop your chocolate, it says
Yes.
911 emergency.
Jackie, don't you dare step on it, step on it.
I thought you guys would want to see who's here, right? Uh-oh,
Want to see who's here.
my little thing. I'm having little problems today, okay? So sorry. My little thing broke. Oh,
Did it break?
yeah. Okay, I just put it back in there. Hopefully that'll work for right now.
Is it a screw?
Not really. It's kind of like, yeah. I'm gonna get one of those socialite ones. Have you seen those advertised? So it's a stand and then it has a light.
Nice.
And they can be separate, so you can kind of bend it different ways. I think that'll be better for us too. So,
All right.
anybody else?
Fancy.
Good news for chocolates?
I finished the 5-second rule book while on my elliptical before work this morning.
Awesome!
Do you want to try?
5-second rule, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just do it. Right?
Yes.
That's Mel Robbins thing. Sometimes we think too much. Is that the whole thought process behind
Yeah.
it? We think too much. So we just gotta just count to 5, backwards.
When you think for more than 5 seconds, then you put your feelings in it and you don't do it.
Ah,
Mhm.
okay. Did you guys hear that?
Do it.
When you think for more than 5 seconds,
I keep
feel it, you get your feelings in it, and then you don't do it. So you just gotta just say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done.
Yep.
In the morning, when the alarm goes off, don't think about it.
Yep.
5, 4, 3,
I
2,
did
1,
that
feet hit
getting
the
out of
floor.
bed today.
Yep.
Just get up.
Oh. It's better.
It is,
Although I
it
did
is.
not do that today. I somehow shut my alarm off when I sleep.
Wow,
I
that's
do
so
not-
unlike you.
I don't do that. That's a very rare thing.
It is.
I rolled over and it was 6:30 and I thought, my alarm is set. That means I shut it off.
Yeah.
All right. Who else has good news? Therese?
I had $100 day last week and, yeah.
$100 day. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Celebrating $100 days. Okay.
Another day, and what'd you do on Saturday?
Oh, I went to the Midwest Leaders Meeting and it was awesome stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna have you share, take away from that.
Lots of
Okay,
votes.
great. So we'll have Therese share from Nikki McDaniels, or whoever, or Stacy, whichever. $1 Million Director Nikki McDaniels from does she live in Brookings, or does she live in Rapid City?
I think Rapid City.
She's from Brookings,
Right.
right?
Right.
Um,
Yes,
But then she's.
yes,
lives-
'cause I Jackie Abraham lives in Rapid City, or is from Rapid City, and they're like, they, are very close.
Okay. Did she recruit Jackie?
Uh-uh,
Because they're both in Diane's
yeah,
area.
I don't think so. I think Jackie's sister might have recruited her.
Okay. All right.
About $100 day.
$100 day.
Excited.
Today?
Actually, just left there.
Nice.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
And I'm signed up for the conference.
Yay. All right.
I
Woohoo.
won't go through the whole part of it, but I'll see
Yeah.
some of it, so.
And you're going to do Denver?
Denver.
Denver. So you'll be at the Denver conference.
I'll see some of it, yeah.
Yeah, well,
So,
that's great. That is
Nice.
awesome. Since you're going to be that direction and
no problem.
yeah, go
Okay.
grab what you're supposed to be there meant to be. And you get the free product on your next order after the conference. So very
I'm
exciting.
excited about that.
So-
Wait,
Yeah, so career conference, registration's open. Anybody else? I think I saw Therese registered. You going?
I'm going, but I haven't registered.
Okay, you going?
The room.
Okay,
Haven't got on.
yeah, haven't got that done. All right. Those of you on, get registered.
There you go.
You have the day off.
Yeah, I took the day off work. I
Yeah.
just
Gotta get the day
didn't get
off.
on the computer
Yeah.
yet.
So Topeka's the 22nd and 23rd, or Denver's the 29th?
No, all the way.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Denver's the 22nd and 23rd, Topeka's the 29th and 30th. All right, that sounds fabulous. Way to go, Jackie. So that's good, $100 day.
Yeah,
You had an appointment before this, I forgot that you were doing that.
today.
Was that Emma?
That was, no. it was,
Okay.
Vicky.
Vicky, okay,
Customer, so,
yeah,
yeah.
so we're
I'm
getting
sure.
back in front of Emma, I know she was the other one.
Yes, she's
Yeah.
babysitting tonight, but
Okay.
she's
Yay.
here.
All right, so, I think, should we do like a quick little celebration? You want to do a quick little, and then show then?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, did anybody like open their, we know you had, some of you had $100 days, so how about stand up, if you sold any product this week, we want to applaud for you. Very good,
Yay.
okay. How about stay standing if you had $100 or more? Yay, woohoo, right?
Very fun.
200? I lost y'all at 200? All right.
Not me, I'm still standing.
Yay.
I was over, I think over 6. so.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Yeah, woman on a mission.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesse
Cruising
said-
to the
Yes,
top.
Bruce.
Jesse sold a Love is in the Air palette on Sunday and did a marketing plan on the 30th. And hopefully she will join on the 15th. That's
Yes.
what-
Awesome. Way to go, Jesse.
Yes,
Woohoo!
yes, Cassie is excited, so
Yeah,
we're
she
excited
is.
for her.
Another woman on a mission.
Yeah. She's taking her mom on the cruise.
Jesse's taking her mom on a cruise.
That's her goal, so, yes.
Have you guys been watching the kind of that stuff, like the boat stuff and the, we talked about that last week. Did we talk about that? The slide that goes down?
Yeah,
Okay.
that goes out.
Oh, yeah, you had that paper.
I don't know about that.
It's enclosed. It's
Yeah.
enclosed.
I know.
I even think I could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Jeannie's post, she even said, I'm so on that slide.
Yeah.
That's
She's got,
funny.
she's on the track for it, but, was it Pam Shaw's area? Someone in Linda Tupin's area wrapped it up.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
How's it
Jeannie's
done?
Got a lot of it done,
Yeah.
which we have our tracking sheet, so there is a spot for wholesale on there.
Mhm.
So, yeah, so we might need to get Sharpie out and put
Yeah,
our
you
names
got a
on there.
Sharpie?
I'm sure I do. I'll have to go get it out of my, I think it's in that
Well,
gold
I
bag right
have
there.
These,
Oh, that works.
Sharpie pen.
It's
Yeah.
not very fat, you won't be able to read it from back.
I got it
Yeah,
right there in
they're
that,
not
my
very
gold bag,
fat.
right there. Okay, so the other challenge that we had out there was to book 8 by the 5th. Anyone get that done? Book 8 by the 5th?
The fifth
Did you
isn't
see
over
that
Right
one?
there in that?
In the email that went
see that
out?
one.
What?
The fifth isn't over with yet.
I know, right? You still have some time to book 8 by the 5th.
That was in the
Snaps
email.
for you,
But-
snaps.
Oh.
But if it's
Snaps.
gonna be by
You
the
get a
fifth,
snap when you book 8 by the 5th
Oh,
to be
that's
held in
right.
February. Well, okay, you're in
It
luck,
was the first picture.
because I
by the
meant
fifth,
to,
today is the fifth.
I meant to put it on Facebook, and have another thing that went out in the meantime, but I didn't get that done. So because of that, I'm gonna extend it. I think
Yeah.
Krista will too.
Yes, I will, because I asked you for it yesterday and you forgot to send it to me because I was gonna post it yesterday.
You asked me for that thing?
Because I don't have I needed to think when I talked to you, but we talked about so many things, is why.
Oh, sorry. You
Um,
couldn't get out of the email?
uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can send you. So yeah, you're right. I don't remember you
Extend
telling
it
me
to
that,
what?
but
The 8th.
the 8th.
Okay.
8
8 by the 8th.
bookings, appointments
I haven't even read it yet.
by the 8th.
Are you sure you wanna admit that to me?
Oh,
You must have got the picture. Did you get the
I
picture
had
of it?
birthday weekend, I was busy.
I know, you're right, I give you grace.
Yes.
It was kind of a long
birthday
email
graces.
too.
Yes,
So.
it was, but it was, yeah.
Okay,
It was a long email.
so 8 by the 8th, appointments to be held in February. And you can get a snap.
But
Check out this cute little snap bracelet Krista's got on.
we have, like,
Ooh.
Come show it in the camera.
That's pretty. That is pretty.
there's little ones available too, ladies. So there is the little snap charms. And they just so happen to be in cruise colors this time.
Just so.
Just so. And they are on the table to be earned.
Oh, there's some good stuff in this email.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. So 8 by the 8th gets you a snap. 50 items in the month earns you a snap or a piece of snap jewelry, your choice. 50
Okay.
items. The tracking sheet was attached to the email,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
11 attachments.
So do they need to see?
Pictures. So you,
All
when
of
you
you
do
in the
50
room.
items, you can pick a snap or you can get your jewelry, because some of you might need the jewelry.
So there's all the
So
snaps.
I would recommend that you do the 8 by the 8 and the 50 items, and you can get a snap and a jewelry, or you can get 2 snaps, or whatever you want to do. So this is one of the options.
This is the bracelet, and Wanda has hers on tonight.
I had Donna Lee.
Mhm.
Awesome. So
There's that.
that's
there's
that jewelry, there's keychains.
the necklace. The only thing you can't get is the ring. The ring you get
can.
when you have
But
8.
not this way.
Right. You get the ring and a snap with 8 guests,
Oh, that's right.
right?
Right.
Okay, so there's that, all these fun things we got going on. And then since we're all going on the cruise, that means we need to be sharing. Show and tell, show the tourist stories, show the, something.
Show the product,
Show
tell
the
the
product,
story.
tell the story. When you do
12
that,
emails from that day I didn't check, so.
you get,
That makes me feel so much better.
yeah, it's funny,
Oh, and I had
so like you.
I had a marketing plan on
Wednesday, was it?
Wednesday.
All right, so that's the other thing, both our units are doing, fun things for sharing this month. So from everybody we share with, both separate, like Krista's got hers and I got mine, so your people will go, that way there's more chances to win. So everybody that we share with, their name goes in the drawing for their mascara for a year, which is one for each
Year
quarter.
supply of
So year supply of
mascara.
mascara. Year supply of mascara, which is 4 mascaras, so
Yeah.
not 12. I do know some people use it a little faster than once a quarter, but some people don't, if they're buying it themselves, right?
Right.
So that's a good thing, right? So they get their name in the drawing. So if we do 2 marketing plans, Lord help us, I'm doing the drawing. If we do 200, I'll probably do a couple, but I'm doing a drawing regardless. Okay, got it?
Okay.
So someone's gonna get it. And then for the consultants,
That's so pretty. I couldn't really tell what it looked like.
isn't that
when
so
I was-
beautiful? I think it's beautiful.
It is.
I
It
think
is
you'll pull that out of
beautiful.
your bag and people will be like, what is
I
that?
love
It's so incredible.
It says like Mary Kay down here. I don't think she can see. it. And then this is the inside. So you'll be able to put things, it's both sides are magnetic. It's got a mirror in it,
Oh.
both sides. So you could fill it up, or you could put your sponges or your applicators in there if you wanted to, however you want to do that. So for every 10 sharing appointments we do, I'm giving away one of these.
Ooh.
Seriously, that is sharing the love.
It is for consultants.
Oh, yeah, consultants. This isn't for the guest. This is for you guys.
Awesome. That's exciting.
This actually too soon.
So
What's
then-
that one called?
Huh?
She left too soon on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is
it's
that a good
Personal.
So
question?
you can tell her.
It was personal.
Personal compact?
it is,
Perfect palette.
Perfect palette. So this is the perfect palette. Beautiful. So for every 10 shares, that means like if you just did 10 yourself, you would get one. So in the email, there is a script on how you could book them. And you could say that, or you could just say, look, when I share this with 10 people, I get one of these really cool new perfect palettes and I really want it. Is there any reason why you couldn't just listen?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's that easy.
sometimes we make
Enthusiasm.
it, sometimes
joy
we make it
within.
so
Even us-
hard.
even as us earning it from you, we could also tell them by them helping, they could be in our drawing for one.
If we wanted to
Is it-
pass on the love.
Yeah, but they're gonna be in a drawing for their
Mascara.
Mascara.
your supply of mascara.
Yeah.
So they're already getting something. Just say,
Yeah.
I get an opportunity to earn the compact, you have an opportunity to get your supply of mascara. Seriously, we both win. Like, all you gotta do is listen. I might push you out the fence, I won't twist your arm.
Is she doing-
Yep,
However,
Oh,
separate from her,
right, I didn't.
but yes.
yeah, that means like
Yeah.
all 10, like, yeah. So how fast can we give these away? So you could use it yourself, or you could sell it.
They retail for 18, I believe.
I just thought you gotta feel them. I just think they feel like, I think they feel rich. I don't know what rich feels like, that.
Touch.
So all of, I'm looking at your little thing that you shared, Krista, and all the new tools, so do they replace all the old tools?
All right, so let's talk about new products. Should we do that?
I
Yes.
think the other ones will still fit in there. These just fit better.
Okay, so Krista's gonna show the new product now.
Okay, so the sponges are square, a little bit bigger than what they were before, so pretty cool. This is the compact brush for your pressed powder or blush if you want a bigger brush. Then they still have the little brush. It's hard to see in these little things. I could have taken it out of there, but I didn't. And then the applicators now, I believe, because it's easy to blend with our new Chroma Fusion, there's 2 sponge tips. There's not a blending brush in there. And it was interesting, yesterday, my facial that I did with the Chroma Fusion, she said, oh, these sponge tips feel so nice on my eyelids. So, I don't know, she thought that was a good way to do it. So if you guys wanna see those, pass those around. Okay. So the next thing is this very fun little cosmetic bag.
Ooh, pretty.
That, yeah, it is
Yeah.
like pale pink and metallic, and it has black interior. Opens wide, which is nice, look at that. So that when you have all your makeup in there, in your bag, you can open it and see without having to dig through everything. I like that design. So that is a selling point, you can tell people as you're showing. But they can get this as an add-on, gift with purchase. And I believe they can buy it for $5 when they spend, is it 60?
56.
56, okay. 56 of the new limited edition items. So, that would be, I gotta put my glasses on to read. Any of the lip tints, which they really actually do look like a magic marker, and they do not come off. Gotta let it dry though, before you try to rub it. Note to self, as you're showing them. It did run a little bit on my finger. They They don't wash off. I mean, like, I'll have this on my hand until I use eye makeup remover to get it off. Okay? If you're friends
Does
with,
it come off with eye makeup remover?
I think so. If you're friends with Erica Plucknett on Facebook, you need to watch her video. Maybe we should
Okay.
show it.
Didn't she put it on Audacious?
Oh, maybe. I thought she put it on for all the world to see.
Oh, yeah, I think she did.
Now, are they a matte finish or?
Or stain.
They're just a lip stain.
Okay.
They're
So-
called lip tint.
Lip tint.
They're water-based.
I don't have my book out to have the details. Magenta, we have coral, canyon coral, and desert flora.
Vicky would like those.
And you know, the coral looks really orange, but when you put it on lips that are pink, it really is pretty.
So they're water-based.
There's all three of them.
They're not like the other lip
You can put them on your
stains
hands.
all day wear that are out there. I think it's a Korean, isn't it a Korean-based?
Yeah.
Korean-based,
I can get
product,
mine.
like super popular there. So we're learning a lot of different
So I
things,
can tell you the
from
details.
that. Was it Suzanne or Brandy? Who was telling us about these? Or Laurie?
Laurie, I think.
Was telling us about these products at Leadership, that it's like, no, that wasn't it. It was Stacy Badura.
Oh.
Stacy Badura,
Oh, yes, because her daughter.
her daughter, was talking about
Pretty.
all the stuff, the Korean stuff that is coming out from under there, over there. So they're water-based and, not gonna cause a problem on your lips, but
Right.
it's pretty,
The lightweight, water-based lip tint makes it easy to create an effortless bare lip look or a custom look with the buildable color. Line and fill in lips like a pro with a pen-like precision tip. And there is a tip. Use the new lip tints alone or use as a base to boost the color of your favorite Mary Kay lipstick or gloss,
I better order some more.
which is huge. And the one fun selling point that Erica shared, she put it on and then she uses the clear gloss over the top and calls it her unicorn gloss. Unicorns, if you have anybody with little girls, are all
Huge.
the rage. And it makes it kind of shiny, doesn't go anywhere. Pretty cool.
Which one do you like the best? I haven't had them on my lips.
I like
Shocking,
this
I know.
red, it's pretty.
I
I know
like
it's
the,
shocking.
I like the magenta, but I think that I will like the coral.
The coral's
Um,
pretty too.
The best?
I don't know if I like it the best. I'll probably like the magenta.
What's the retail on those?
It is
Is that 16?
18.
18. I'm gonna like that red one, I think.
Yep, that's
Things go kind
magenta.
of pink on me.
What's that?
Things go kind of pink on me.
Yeah.
That coral came out with reminds me of the, sunset
Oh,
years ago with the
yeah,
nail polish.
oh.
Yeah. Okay. Then these three illuminating drops, they're kind of like your liquid gold. Add pretty dimension to your look with sun-catching effects. The silky pigment-packed drops allow for blendable, buildable, custom illumination on your face, collarbone, shoulders, or neck. Go for soft drops of light or a bold highlight. The unique dropper cap releases the fluid drop by drop. The tip is to wear on bare skin or over foundation. There is Golden Horizon, Bronze Light, and Silver Sands. I have only used the Golden Horizon. You got it off? I can shut it off right here.
I was gonna try to turn it down, I don't know if I can.
I think you got it.
Just said all she can hear is the radio.
Oh,
Oh, bummer. Thanks for telling us.
that is annoying, sorry.
So when we
You gotta
have
talk
Zoom,
louder, like, yeah.
I know, when we have Zoom, you'll be able to tell us that. Ladies, turn the radio down, turn it off. Okay, so, really fun. It's like a medicine dropper kind of. This
Don't drop
little,
it.
little thing pushes in. and it just drops.
Oh, it won't drop without it.
Uh-uh.
I
Well-
know Suzanne at Leadership mixed it with foundation.
Ooh.
Mixed it. You can put it on top of your foundation, but she actually,
Did I get any in there?
To mix it.
Might be easier if I'm not pulling all three of them. It's getting all over the outside of it.
you know, just touch the side of it.
Well, that's what I probably would do.
I didn't know it was a dropper. Oh,
There it goes.
There it goes.
Just gotta have
I think
patience.
that's what you have to do is.
Gotta get it
how
filled
you-
up. Crazy. I didn't even know that had a dropper.
Yeah. Need a little of it? It's like,
Oh, look at that.
this is illuminating drops.
It's illuminating.
It does.
So you can give you that glow.
Wow.
You can put it on your collarbone. See, as I kind of rubbed it in on my hand, it's shiny, it's gonna highlight, it actually,
Did it enhance
with-
it?
Wanda wants to know if it enhanced anything. I don't know if you girls heard her. You can't really see it, can you?
Did it help?
Did it?
Um,
Yeah, I can tell from here.
So there, if they have a more pinker tone, they might wanna use the Silver Sands.
And the lipstick.
And that comes,
Yes, ma'am.
please, please,
And the compact.
please.
I'd like to know why it's
And how much are those?
holding all over the edges until I pulled it.
The droppers.
$22 each.
Silver.
Then you can just get the right amount.
Golden Horizon, Bronze
I think that's the
Light,
one I would
and
want.
Silver Sands.
Oh, I might look like Casper with that.
Are we squirreling?
Wow. And what colors?
This is Silver Sands.
Oh, that's pretty.
I like
That
that
might
one,
be out.
actually. I think I'd
It is
like it
more.
mixed with my foundation.
So then your whole base is just shimmery?
Well, you just.
I think if you put it
use
like-
a highlighter.
Yeah.
You're not gonna put it all over.
But it's more for the zoomer.
Well, yeah, or like if you had something for like a formal or something, you
Sure.
know,
I have it in there.
or for all those makeup people, like that are doing all that extra stuff.
Could probably, Google Lori Hogg or even Luis and see what they've done with them. Didn't give you very much, but.
That's plenty.
Yeah, it does go a long way. It doesn't
Yeah.
take much at all, I think. That one. Which one was that one?
That's the silver sand.
Silver
one.
Sands. So it's kind of, it's much paler, I would say.
They are very shimmery.
Yeah, but anybody that does any kind of performances or like a wedding.
Yeah, see, like she has them, the model in here has them kind of like on, even on her back, on her, on her
Oh, yeah.
shoulder blades, they say collarbones, or your neck, for soft drops of light or a bold highlight. So it is gonna be bolder. You'll see a lot of younger girls right now highlighting their cheekbones, and
Mhm.
it's, my girls were all about the bronze sticks and those shimmer sticks we had a couple seasons ago. Do you wanna see the bronze one?
Sure.
I think the bronze, you could actually, if you want it a little bit shinier tan, as long as you exfoliate in that, you could, mix it in your lotion and give yourself a little color, cause it reminds me of we had a little pot of gold years ago,
Mhm.
and we mixed it with our lotion.
I found one of those the other day.
You did?
Still smells like roses.
Wow,
Wow.
it was awesome.
I had rose oil
I
in
had
it.
trouble filling the little dropper.
It's just me.
No, it's an art. It's kind of like Tylenol in a baby dropper.
Oh, yeah.
I wanna
like a-
see inside of that. So you. And where all the places can you just put this anywhere you want to then?
Sure.
Yeah.
You go, girl.
Right.
You
You
can
can put it, you can put it in with your lotion and rub, yeah, sure. You could do that with any of the colors, it wouldn't have to be the bronzer one. You wanted a little shine, wake your skin up so it doesn't look so
Like right now?
dead. Well, you know, even like our legs and our arms, because it's so dry. So consultants that did preferred customer can start ordering those on the 10th. This stuff. And everybody on the 15th.
What was the email about the books that we got? About them not being on time or something?
Well, there's a change because the repair stuff that was gonna launch is gonna be pulled. So the serum, the new, the lifting serum is changing, improving it in a better in a better pump, airless pump packaging. I was trying to think, what am I talking about? So the packaging is an airless pump, which is like what our firming eye cream is in, you know how it draws from the top, and the other ones. Well, apparently it launched in another market, I can't remember where. Oh, so here's the book. So this is what it was gonna look like. Well, apparently wherever they launched it first, there was a defect. So they pulled it, and until they get that corrected, they won't launch it. Which is unfortunate for a couple of reasons. One, well, it's great that they pulled it, because the last thing we needed was another defect on the repair. Because remember when we changed to the other packaging?
Oh,
That they, and we,
yeah.
like, everybody's wouldn't work.
Right.
So we can't go through that again. So I'm so glad they caught it before it launched here in the States. But unfortunately, the problem with that is repair is gonna sell out. So there's
Is
a,
it the whole
No,
set?
No.
Just the-
but
Just the
the
serum.
serum, but the sets are gonna sell out, cause the new packaging, so they didn't have as many. So, and the serum will sell out, individual. So there's a limit right now where you can only order 5 sets. 5 sets.
5 sets and 5 individual
And 5
bottles.
individual bottles. So, you know, if you've got repair customers, you know, it's not gonna be, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have people that are gonna wanna switch to the new, but you're gonna have people that are gonna wanna not, that are like, I'll just wanna use what I have. So if you get some on hand, I think that's smart. I'm really not worried about it.
It's
They'll do
okay,
it
'cause
fast.
they'll
They
pull it
have
down.
to do it. They have to do it fast. They've gotta turn it around fast. They'll
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah.
We do have a link I can share with you that is a link of the, well, if you have the e-catalog app, as soon as they have it up for that, you'll be able to get it, but, they changed it, that whole book has been pulled, so it's a different person on the front of it, because
Oh,
none of that
really?
repair stuff is in there. Now, the gloss drops, the little, illuminating drops, all those pages are the same, but you won't see any of that first stuff. So,
Were you looking for my Sharpie and you can find it in there?
yeah, I couldn't find it, because I didn't know if it was tucked with where your pins are all at.
I might have put it in the other bag if you
So.
just see it. So, okay, so that is the product.
I think that's the product, that's everything. And these are really cool too, if you haven't seen these yet, maybe these are just now being available, the lip cards.
I haven't seen them yet.
Okay.
They're awesome.
They are
Now,
awesome.
On those cards, one thing that we found out,
This is
don't
the
know.
green-eyed girl.
does it say green eye on it?
No,
Or do
you
you have to
just
go by
have
the color of the eye?
Just have to go by the color of the eye. I don't think it says anywhere.
I don't think.
Because that's what we ran across Sunday.
This one is blue, and it is Cashmere Haze, Shadow, Smoky Quartz, Rogue Rose, and Mauve Momentless. And then the Brown Eyed Girls
Did I
get
forget that?
Hazelnut, Emerald, Biscotti, Desert Rose, and Appleberry. I don't think they probably forgot it. I think that they want, because anybody can wear them, but then they made it very vivid,
Oh.
their
Oh.
eyes.
Oh, yeah, then they didn't.
Is there brown eyes?
Mhm.
Yep, that's what I just read. Okay.
Here's the poster to sign before you go home.
Yep. Can
All right.
mark your,
So let's, how about we switch gears and Therese can maybe share a little? You wanna share a little
Sure.
from
Saturday.
Saturday? How about you come stand over here so Jesse will be able to hear you? Okay, right? That's better, I know. Can't sit over there and you can't hear, plus you can see your cute skirt.
Oh, very
I
thanks.
love it. Oh, that looks so great with that
Oh, I
jacket.
forgot I had it.
well, that's very
Perfect.
I went, ooh.
I love it.
Let's see. She talked, oh, one of the things she did that was, kind of a visual way to see how to get rid of your negative self-thoughts was she had a girl, put on a backpack and she put weights in it for each negative thought that she had. How many did she do, 4 or 5?
I think 4.
4. So for each one, she put so much weight in the backpack. And it was really emotional for the girl that was going through it. And then as she came up with something that took away the negative self-thought, she took a weight out of the backpack. So it was a really neat visual for everybody. And I didn't write down what, I didn't want to write down the negative stuff, but
I didn't write that either. I just wrote what she,
One.
oh, I might have said it, but it don't matter.
like one of them was God will bring me the right people. What I'm looking for is looking for me. I thought those were good. That was really neat. She was amazing and she had so much energy I thought I was gonna faint. Cause she was really, it was really good. She was amazing. Nikki
Nikki,
McDaniel.
I'm so much, yeah.
She might be related to me.
Yeah.
I think my grandma was a McDaniel.
Awesome. Is that it?
That's it, that's all you're sharing?
Well, I can come up with some more. One of the another thing she came up with are my thoughts and my time serving the goal I have. Like those of us that are going on the cruise is what we're doing, serving that goal. And, 'cause she talked about prioritizing time. And another thing she said that really struck me was how much she was working to have $1 million in unit sales, $1 million. And she said, I never spent so much time on my knees as I did that year while I was working for the goal. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything you
I
can
didn't
share?
bring, I didn't have a specific thought, since I was grabbing all that stuff, but I'll grab my notebook.
Okay, you want me to go?
You can go.
Oh, all right, so this is what I loved. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. So this is how she starts every
Oh, yeah.
day, every meeting, she does with their kids, and this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna jump up and down, we're gonna say, I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. All right, so 3 times. So ready? We're gonna do it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Okay, like she does that every morning. So do it again.
do it 3 times.
Yeah, so I think we need to do it one more time. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm excited, I'm excited, I'm excited. Oh my gosh, I thought that was so
That is good.
awesome. I had fully intended to start the meeting like that tonight. Because what it does is, don't you just like your blood is pumping, right? Your blood is pumping. And you can't help but think, she's ridiculous. Right? Did you just think, seriously, I'm like, I know that in the world, I'm like, when she started, I'm like, oh, that's so silly. But then I think, you know what is so smart? I told Nolan that on the way to school this morning, and he said, oh, that is ridiculous. I don't know if he said ridiculous or stupid or something. I'm like, but you know what, really, it's not. And that's one of the things that I have learned in my 25 years of Mary Kay, is that you've got to change that physiology, like how you're thinking. And same thing like when you're gonna go to get on the telephone. That's why I always say, put a mirror in front of you and smile. If you smile, you can't help but transfer that energy. And one of the best things that we can do with our businesses, and if we are wanting to move forward, which I know you all are, you're here on this frigid night, right, is get that energy going, and how you walk into a room, and how you are in the telephone, and how you are, you know, when you're at your other jobs. That stuff is important. So sometimes we have to do that. We have to like jump up and down 3 times and say, I'm excited, I'm excited. Or you have the victory pose that Cindy Williams, you know,
Yeah.
that,
Keep your funnel open.
yeah, keep your funnel open so things can come in and bounce off, you know, hit you in the head, right? Standing in your power pose, 2 minutes. Like if you're feeling like down and out and things aren't quite right, or you're at your day job and you're thinking, go in the bathroom and get in your power pose and stand there. And someone comes in, just say, never mind. No. Or you might need to tell them what you're doing. I am claiming my power. I'm getting in my power pose. I'm gonna stand here for 2 minutes. I know I'm gonna walk out of here and feel like it. This all wasn't Nikki's. She did the I'm excited, but it really caused in me to think about how really key that is. Part of her story is with some of the work that she's been able to do because of her schedule, she was able to read in her daughter's classrooms, or in her son's. And then because of that, they, you know, like all the things she has, so they asked her to come and speak to the teachers at one of their in-services. And, you know, she didn't have a teaching background, but what she did is she started it off with that, I'm excited, I'm excited. She had a teacher in the front row that was rolling her eyes at her like thinking, this is
Ridiculous.
but that teacher came up to her later and said, you know, right, I've been doing that with my class, and it really has made a difference for those kiddos and for them. Anyway, so that was one thing I thought, I think we need to pull that back out, and sometimes we need to do that. We have to be willing to get a little silly and do some of those things that cause us to laugh at ourselves and keep this fun, but then to transfer that energy out, because that really is a lot of our business. People want to be around us because we make them feel good. And they want to bring around you more, and they'll find reasons to connect with you because you make them feel good. Which that's good, right? So, I know y'all be like texting me tomorrow morning saying, I did it. No. But that's the other thing that I think that I wanted to talk about too is, you know, we do spend a lot of time, texting is probably the one area where you can't transfer that energy. I think that's why I try to use so many emojis when I do that, and why I love Bitmoji is because that's more of something to create that emotion that's going through that. But I really want to encourage us all, myself included, to pick up the phone more and dial. If they don't answer, then send them a text. But really, let's get out of our own way and make the phone call. Be willing to say the wrong things, because you know you can't say the wrong things. The right person is going to say yes, regardless of what you say. Do you all believe that? God has them ready for us. They're going to say yes, even if we sound like the most ridiculous ever, like we're like stumbling over words. They'll be like, yeah, I'll help you. What are you talking about? Right? All right. So you want to jump in? Or
Yeah.
I can give a couple other things. If
Yep.
you
Okay,
don't
so
take them.
one takeaway from Stacy that she shared, she didn't talk very long, Nikki talked most of it, but was that the brain operates on oxygen, glucose, and relationships. Okay? We are not to keep Mary Kay to ourselves. Other people deserve it, right? The opportunity, it's always available to do more, so stay motivated, internal accountability to yourself, go after it and keep that within. If you say you're gonna do something, just like the getting on your treadmill or your elliptical this morning, you know, you did it, and then you gotta celebrate that win. But she kind of went through that, and that's just what I wrote down, and that we need to share it and not keep it to ourselves, because think about what you have gained from being a part of this business. And do other people have the worthiness to experience it too? So if we aren't sharing it, we're being selfish, right? So if you're thinking of all these things, then you're thinking about yourself, you need to think about her. Because that's an easy way, if you think about how it can benefit her, to get yourself out of your fear. if I did it for her, what would this look like versus worrying about what's she gonna think if I say this and I don't say it right and I don't have all the words right? You're not gonna think anything, because you're gonna think about what it could do for her, right? That was my little own take on that, because I just wrote kind of that key point. And then the other thing that I felt was really powerful, and it was a good reminder, to never leave or stop on a negative note. And she shared this based on warm chatting. She was in a new place, didn't know anybody. I think she was in Colorado, and had to warm chat, and she had somebody that wasn't very nice to her. Then she was down, and in those, those defeated thought pattern, all of that, feeling like, what am I doing? You know, so when you do go out to hand out names or find names, get 5 new names a day, that's what she said she often did. Make sure, even if you set out to do 5, and you ask one and it's not a positive one, make sure you get one more, because that one's gonna be, or go until you get what you're after, because then you'll leave with a pep in your step and you'll be excited and you won't go home and beat yourself up, right? Or calling, sometimes somebody says no, then you gotta go until you get a booking. Make that be your goal. I'm gonna call until I get a booking tonight. I did that. I played that game, the whole 10 no's in a row, but you can't get 10 no's in a row. I did that a lot because it made such a difference. You get that one yes, then you want to keep going. And I'm thinking, why didn't I start calling sooner? Because now I'm on a roll and now it's too late to call. So think, keep going so that you can end on a positive. And then there was one more thing that jumped out at me. And maybe I'm not supposed to share it because now I can't find it. Oh, just one more thing. Always, your number one priority and all that you need to do is your booking attempts. Okay? You can do the fun stuff or the book work or reorganize your inventory, or dare I even say, you gotta have one sample so you can talk about it. But you don't have to put them all together until you have a booking. Because if you spend all your time making things pretty, making packets, whatever, then you're not gonna have the bookings to go with the work that you're doing, right?
And then Valentine's Day's over.
What
Yes.
was the first part of that name? Say that again.
Booking is your number one priority. Booking attempts.
She said that's the first thing she does every day after her run. She's a marathon runner. So the first thing I do every day after my run is my booking
Yeah.
attempts.
And it's really easy to creatively avoid our booking attempts. I speak from experience.
What?
Yeah. And that's why I wrote it down and why it jumped out at me to share with you, because we've got to put our bookings as our priority. We all want to be on that boat. So,
I remember Julia Burnett.
book 8 by the 8th, so
Right.
then you.
Julia Burnett had that time where she said, my world stops at 1 o'clock to book.
Yeah.
Like she had an
Yeah.
alarm that says, my world stops, doesn't matter what, at 1 o'clock I'm booking. So Nikki McDaniel says that's her first thing she does in the morning. To me, that seems like a pretty
Yeah.
smart thing, because your day gets away from you.
Yeah,
So if you do that first, it's done.
yeah.
I think
Do you
that's,
have-
Normal hours, do everything that you are in contact with that customer. All the other stuff, that's after
After
hours,
people
when
time.
it's too late to be
Yeah.
calling, you
Yeah.
do all that other stuff.
Right.
Yeah, we used to
themselves.
always teach 9 to 9 is people time.
Yeah.
but I get it, because that's more fun. I mean, that's, I could just do this now, and then
Yeah, oh, sure. I always know too, which it hasn't been, if my house is clean, then I'm not doing what I need to do either.
I don't got that problem.
You know.
Well, maybe, unless you had.
Well,
some
yeah,
apartments
some
that were
have,
having it,
right,
yes,
at my
but-
home, but
Yeah.
that,
So one of the things she said is she's okay to ask for help. So in the booking for this, what she said in booking to get going for her $1 million year is she just said, I don't like to ask for help, but this goal means everything to me. I will give you whatever. So right now that you're going for this Destination Red, you're going for the cruise. I don't like to ask for help, but this goal of taking my husband, or taking my friend, or taking my sister, or taking whoever it is on this cruise means everything to me. She said, she said that I'll give you, everything. One of the things was a house. Like, she was saying these crazy things, whatever you want. Well, you know, that could have, to have them book. I think Erica Plucknut is doing, the year supply of mascara and booking everybody she talks to. Did she post that on Audacious?
I think she did.
I haven't seen it, but then I haven't been on very much.
Okay, so we can put that out on.
Yeah, I actually, used it with a gal, and that popped into my mind when we were there. And she has a lot on her plate, but she responded like, oh my gosh, I have so much going on these next 2 weeks, but I will see what I can do,
Mhm.
you know, cause that obviously spoke to her.
Yeah, a year supply. And what Erica said, because she had 10 parties in January, and what she said that she did is then at the beginning of the party, she gave them, the hostess, she gave her, you know, wrapped it pretty, the four. And she did this, I don't think she even gave them a choice. I think she gave them a selection the way it sounded like.
Yeah, she said they could have variety packs. She even said that lash intensity was not an option.
Yeah. It had to be one of the other ones. And she just gave them, to me, it sounded like she gave them a variety pack. Like, she didn't even let them say they wanted four, which I probably would do that differently. I probably ask them which ones they
Right.
want. But however you want to do that, and then she had it kind of pretty, I'm sure, in something. I don't think she just gave them that. And then everybody sitting at the table was like, how do I get that? So then she had her bookings before the party even started, because they wanted their supply. And then the hostess purchased what she wanted, that was her hostess credit. So then there was, you know, the sales are there too. I thought that, I think that's really smart, and I like that. I don't like to ask for help, but this goal means everything to me. Is there any reason why you couldn't help me? And then the other thing that I was gonna say, she talked about level 10 commitment, but she also really talked about what's your average. So I think one of the things that's important for us to know is what is our average? So how many faces does it take for you to, you know, what's your facial average? How many calls does it take for you to get a booking? How many faces do you need to see a month? Because I think sometimes we beat ourselves up and think we're not successful when really we've only seen a couple people. You know, so it's tracking those numbers and being real with yourself and knowing that, okay, well, if I saw 5 faces this month, then I did pretty darn good. You know, I'm probably not gonna be on the boat with 5 faces.
Right.
When I looked at how many people I shared with last month, I thought, well, that's pathetic.
She
You know,
said something about 100 faces.
yeah, so her goal is, and what everybody that's done Million has said, she really needs to track the number of people that she's in front of, and her target is 100, that she's sharing with 100 people a month. Which she said, I didn't start out that next month and have 100, but really building to that. So same thing, there's a reason why Mary Kay said, hold 5 parties in a month. There's a reason why we target 30 faces. You'll get half of them, probably will listen to the marketing plan, that's 15. 1 in 5, that's 3 yeses. There's your 3 team members. So really, it's working those numbers. How many faces can you get in front of? And having that target of 30 faces. And it doesn't have to be 30 individual appointments. It can be 5 parties with 6 friends there. Or your guests here on Tuesday night before we start meeting. You know, so those kinds of things, really thinking about that is true. Having those kinds of numbers. When we do the math, the magic will happen. And that's how she said, that's how she did Million. Actually, her story was that she was a director and was dropping from her Equinox to her cruise, and she got a letter from the company with a chargeback, a bill, that she owed the company money.
Because somebody had dropped out.
Somebody returned their product,
Right.
and it was such a large return, and her check was, she wasn't doing very much in production, because you know, you get paid on your production, like, you know, got that production. Anyway, she actually owned the company. And she was like, you know, so she was really real and raw, and to talk about going from a point where she owes a company to having a $23,000 paycheck in June, that's a turnaround. That's what's possible for everyone. But she had to make a decision that she was gonna pull herself back up by her bootstraps, she was gonna get back on the telephone, she was gonna get out of her own way and start seeing the people and doing 30 faces a month.
I did like
And turn it
80,000
around.
wholesale the last month to wrap up her million.
80,000, yeah, so that was her. She said, and during that last month, she couldn't talk to her mom. Her mom is Diane Underwood, Emeriti, NSD Emeriti, and her dad, because they were like, it's okay, like, if you just do your best, like, that's a really big goal. She's like, so I had to, like, even my mom, a retired national, top national in the company, I couldn't listen to that. I had to listen only over here so I could stay focused and believe on what the possibility was, and we weren't giving up. We come too far to throw in the towel. So I just thought, I appreciate that when people talk about those stories and how they come through, because sometimes I think all we hear is this out here and everybody's so successful. You know, but there are times in everybody's business where you're gonna kind of go through that, and it's making that decision that I'm gonna do whatever it takes. I'm gonna talk to the people, I'm gonna figure out how to book them, and I'm gonna go forward. There are people out there that wanna play with makeup. There are people that wanna have parties, that wanna gather, that wanna get with their girlfriends. We just gotta get out of our own heads and stop telling ourselves that they don't wanna have parties. It's a lie. It's a lie we are telling ourselves. People are out there playing with makeup all over town. Do you see all the YouTube people that are doing stuff? I mean,
People, yeah. I watched my facial yesterday, I would never have guessed. She's probably in her early 70s, late 60s. I don't know how old she is, but she was saying, well, I see on Pinterest, I watch all these YouTube things and how to do my eyebrows and how to do this. She said, do you ever watch those? I said, actually, I don't. But I've seen it, and I watched some things that Mary Kay puts out there, and I, you know, with our products, and I know how that works and that. She's like, but multiple times during our facial, she was referencing who she had watched and what she knew about it, and she was so grateful. And she'd asked me how long our appointment would take, and I told her, because she wanted to do the skin site thing, and I told her plan on about 45 minutes. No, it was about 2 hours, maybe 2.5. That I was there, but she said, I knew I was gonna take longer than 45 minutes, and I said, I knew you were gonna too. Which we visit too,
I
it's
think-
nice, it's part of it,
yeah,
so.
I think that, yeah, that's the thing, what they want. So we've got the Skin Sight app, we've got the Mirror Me app. Have you played with the Mirror Me app? That's another thing. I think we could book appointments just showing that, like, check out this Mirror Me app. Or telling them, go online and play with that Mirror Me, and then those are the colors that we can play with at your appointment. Really, I think it is just getting and going. And if 30 sounds like a lot right now, you think, I went from 0 to 30, start with 15. Think about how you'd feel if you saw 15 faces. I can't guarantee, but I could almost guarantee you see 15 faces, you'll sell more than $1,000 this month. Our product does work, and our product, people want it. We just gotta get it on their bodies. So, all right, I think running all out after it. Oh, another thing I loved is, I highlighted it, we must be willing to be unoffendable.
Yes.
Meaning, don't worry about what people think about you. You're gonna be nice, you're gonna be caring, you're gonna treat everybody if they're important. Don't worry about what they think about you. So if they find offense that you asked them to have a facial, wrinkles to them.
I'm starting to realize that.
I mean, I think sometimes we gotta do that because there is someone out there that is waiting for you, and if she's got issues with it, it's okay. So being willing to be unoffendable and unapologetically all in for your business, that's what's gonna get us on the cruise. We are untouchable. We've got all of the pieces and parts, and a company that is rock solid standing behind us. So, let's do it.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yay! Break. Let's go. Right? All right. So, Amy's having that event on Friday night in Gretna. Is it Gretna? Yeah, I was gonna say Elkhorn. Jackie said, I'm gonna go to the thing in Elkhorn. I'm like, okay, great. Then I'm like, wait, what's an Elkhorn? I missed that. So that was Friday night in Gretna. That's available. I'm doing the Night to Shine event, so I'm not gonna be in Omaha or Gretna, wherever it's at. That's the Tim Tebow thing, that's the special,
Oh, yeah.
special education that, prom that they do, which is really cool. I had the opportunity to do it last year, and then Laura Waters reached out to me and said, you wanna do that? So absolutely, I'll be there. So I'm doing that Friday night. I know you've got a party, but take your guests and go to Omaha,
It'll be powerful.
Gretna, plug into Amy's thing. And then we'll have the Tuesdays. Is there anything else that was? Oh, register for career comps, we already talked about that. Okay, because there's not a rally night, that's where I was going with that. There's not a rally night on Thursday night, so y'all
So
know.
Friday night, what is Amy gonna all do, just makeovers?
Yes. I don't know, I don't really know.
I
It
can
looks like a
tell you.
cute event
It's
on the.
red hot.
It is really cute.
Yeah. It'll be, makeovers, recognition, I mean, I don't really know. I'm sure it's gonna be a big guest event and great to bring your guests too. And then I know Denise,
Red hot recognition and inspiration. Share our fabulous products and the opportunity with our special guests. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
and then I know Denise, I need to look, did she post that today? I wasn't on Boxer, her meeting stuff?
She did.
Okay,
I reached out to her today.
perfect. So she got it to you? So Denise is doing that on Friday, which will be great. Her meeting in Nebraska City, which for, if you have any Spanish speaking, would be good. I should tell Abby that too, because she's got her, but Durley works second shift, so that won't work for her. So, all right, so I'm gonna shut off our live broadcast.